Okay, I've been really slacking on posting videos since I'm pretty much stationary for the winter, and I'll try to be better about that. But this one, I figure I can do just a phone recording here and share some kind of helpful stuff that I've found as I've been in a transient situation. No job, no home, and very little resources other than what I have. And I have good gear, so that kind of is different. But this is hopefully helpful for anyone who's in a similar situation, resources and things that you can use to try to get you by and maybe make a little money on the side. It's not a lot of money, I'll warn you at the start of this thing. But so let's start off with my on the road section. So there's a couple things in here: Warm Showers and The Dirt. Warm Showers it's a cool company. You can sign up for that. Sign up's free, but if you want to actually use the resource, it's something like a $20 fee, but it's lifetime. So that's awesome. And as it says here, a community of bicycle tourists and those who support them. The gist is that you can find a host and then get in touch with them and then see if they want to put you up for the night. Have a fun conversation with like-minded people, take a shower, which is a huge thing when you don't have power. For having one is glorious. The next one, The Dirt. There are a few things like this, but this one seems to be the best I've found, but this one is for looking for campsites. And the free version, which I'm signed up for, you can find any established campsites. Mostly, Google Maps is pretty good for that too, but this one's specifically for camping. And they do have a free camping section and some other ones, but as you can see, this is the pro version. If you want free camping, you have to sign up for it. It's like $20 or something. I don't even remember, but anyway, you can see kind of the stuff here. I'm scrolling pretty fast to keep the video short, but it is a good resource for sure. Oh, also, most of these things have apps, but just to keep the memory down, you'll notice I'm doing just shortcuts to my web browser. We'll get to the web browser later. But so on to the next one. I'm not going to go in order. The next one over, this one's just some, maybe I will go in order, but these ones are just some basic stuff that are potential earners, but I haven't really done yet. Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. I'm making a book. When that's done, I'll publish it there. It's pretty cool that that's an option. They, of course, take their cut, as they would. Pixabay is a place where you can find royalty-free pictures and music and stuff. And related to that, this one, Up Forever, that you can upload things and potentially get money for uploading your content. That one I haven't really gone into at all, but is sort of a potential thing. Next one over, Surveys GPT. GPT in this sense means get paid to. So you do little tasks or things and you can make, a couple pennies here or there. There's a lot of these apps out there, but most of them are just bogus. This one, Earn App, there's a lot of things rolled into this one. It's basically an amalgam of a lot of the other things that you'll find, but this one is a little bit more worthwhile. They'll actually pay you. I've gotten a little over $20 from them. Which I got initially, which is kind of, it's a carrot that they give you to make you want to keep using it. But the cool part about that one is that you can use it to just listen to music. It actually has pretty good music, not just, independent stuff, but, known artists and things that you actually might want to listen to. And there's all kinds of different things. Like you can play games. I got a couple of those games. I do not like playing games, so I really haven't done that part, but I did go ahead and download a couple. The Star Trek one, I'm a big Trekkie, but it's not, it's Star Trek based, but it's just a stupid little game where you push areas on the screen and it builds up points, etc. Solitaire, self-explanatory. So this next one, Mobile Expressions, that one's a passive thing. You give it permissions to all kinds of stuff on your phone, and then they spy on you what you do for your internet usage. And there's another one, Nielsen's, like the people that have done that for years for people watching television. You can sign up for Nielsen for your phone too. I don't like that one as much. Both of these can potentially use a VPN, but the Nielsen one forces it. Mobile Expressions doesn't so much. You download a security certificate on your phone though, so it gives them access to all your stuff. Honeygain, that one's pretty cool because that's also passive. It just shares unused data. So you're sharing your bandwidth, and you don't make much at all with that either. I got a $5 sign up bonus, and if I look, that's the bulk of what I have on here is the $5. I think there's another like 20 something cents. And slow. If you make per day 15 megabytes, then it will let you open this. It's what they call the honeypot. It is really slow today. I don't know if the video recording is taking it back. It's not usually that slow. But yeah, so yeah, the whole quarter that I've built up with actually sharing data. It's helpful if you can run this on a laptop too. It's a lot more productive than doing it on your phone. But here's the deal with the honeypot. So I've already done over the 15 megabytes required. I already opened the honeypot, which you just click this or up top. That gave a little bit of a brief thing about it too. But so you don't get much with that either. You can potentially, it says get up to 10,000 with these, and you get 5 or 10 coins realistically. So again, you're not going to get rich doing any of this stuff. The next section is surveys. So branded surveys, this is the best one I've found. In a couple of days, I accumulated approximately $15 with that one. And they actually do give you surveys where a lot of them don't, or you're not qualified. For this one, I just cashed out, so my point balance right now is 0. They do actually provide surveys, and then even if you don't qualify, they'll give you a point or two just even for trying, which is pretty cool. And then the way that works is if you get 500 points, that equals $5. And some of these are pretty typical point values for what I've seen. So as you can see, it doesn't take super long to get up to the 500. And then the other cool thing about this one is that if you get the $5, they'll actually give you all $5. And if you get $5 and a penny, they'll give you everything, not just increments. A lot of them, they'll give you $5 and then you can build up to 10, etc. But that one gives you, everything you've earned. Prime Opinion, I'm actually waiting for an application on that one to go through. There's another one, M-Turk, Amazon's Mechanical Turk. My application for that got denied. Didn't say why. But these ones, you have to wait to see if you get approved before it does anything. And this one, Prolific, it's a lot like branded surveys. And I won't bother logging in, I don't think. But that one, if you say you run out of surveys on one of them, that's why I have this one as a backup. But it's basically the same model. And then this last one, SurfB, it's a Russian company, it appears to be, and it's got an extension you can download into your browser. Speaking of which, if you are just using a mobile phone, I highly recommend this browser at the bottom here, Kiwi it's called. And that one you can get extensions where, let's just do a new tab for no reason. This has nothing to do with it. This is my homepage, SolarHam, but it's really cool if you want to watch what's going on in the sun. But yeah, so you can see I've got a few extensions here, and including SurfB. But as you probably know, if you just use the built-in Android Chrome browser, you can't do extensions, which is really limited. So Kiwi's awesome. So going on down the list, I've done a little with crypto mining. I've done Monero with this one, XMRig, Varus with Varus Miner. XMRig is cool because they have fair trade practices involved with their model. Varus is specifically meant for doing on phones, so it actually can be profitable. But when you say profitable, you're talking about, each one of those is maybe a penny per day, maybe 2 or 3 cents if you get a good hash rate. And if you want to look into crypto, that's a whole other thing. But these apps here, crypto.com, and then Coinbase, those are really good for learning about crypto. If you ever want to do trading, I highly recommend this one, TradingView. The desktop/laptop version is a lot more full functional, but you can do modeling of trading. These ones in the middle, these are just wallets, which there's lots of different wallets, but these are places where you can store what you've mined and eventually turn it into real money. This one's Social Good. That's kind of new too. That's one of these ones where you can get credit for shopping at places or whatever. I don't have any money, so I don't shop much, but you can, and it is kind of a lot more worthwhile than some of the other things along those lines. And then this one, CryptoTab browser, that's a browser where you can set it up. I don't think I'll bother doing it right now, but I'll just quick show it. It's a separate browser. I don't use this too much unless you want to use a VPN. It has a built-in VPN, which is sometimes convenient. For example, that other one that I showed, the SurfBee, that one, the payout options, like it doesn't have PayPal. It's got Payeer, which is not allowed in the US. So if you want to sign up for that, you can use the VPN to make it look like you're in some other country, France, for example, and then sign up for that, potentially. But the cool thing about this one, this is the home page of it, your dashboard, and you can get Bitcoin but through this miner. And if you activate the VPN, there's lots of things that increase your hash rate. But I mean, I've been doing it off and on for a while, and I'll show you. It really doesn't amount to a whole lot. I think I have, I don't know. Well, we're about to see here what I got. Oh, where is that? Yeah, as you can see, I don't use this one too much. It actually might be on the page I was at where it shows you your balance. Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, I've got approximately USD 6 cents that I've earned but you just let it run. Once you start this, you can close both the VPN and the app itself, and it'll still run for 3 hours. Then you get a little reminder to restart it. So it's not like you're really doing too much getting that going. Honeygain, just another thing to mention about that, it's notorious for stopping. If you do another data intensive thing, it'll stop. It's running. You can reactivate it. It is just a little bit annoying though. So next on down the line, of course, we've got YouTube, which is where we're all at right now. YouTube app, of course, vidIQ. This is great. If you want to be a YouTuber, highly recommend vidIQ. It's a coach. It's a digital coach for you. Or you can get the pro version where an person coaches you too. But it will help you with giving you different goals and things like this. And here's kind of the coaching that it does and all sorts of different things, daily ideas. All this stuff is really great. As a matter of fact, I found through this app, I found another similar YouTuber, this guy Ryan Van Duzer, which is hilarious because I actually used to work with his brother Ethan at Phoenix Outdoors years ago. And so I knew about him, but if it wasn't for vidIQ, I don't think I would have subscribed to his channel. He's got great content too, so I highly recommend his channel. This next one down, this is just a quick mention. So affiliate marketing. There's a lot of, if you look for how to make money online, a ton of them will suggest affiliate marketing. It is, I'll say, possible to make money that way, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. It's a lot of just stuff that a ton of other people are doing. It's super saturated. And even, so these ones, this one here, CPA Grip, and this one's ClickBank. Those ones have been around forever. This one is Crack Revenue, which you can promote some other rather salacious things on some sites that you don't always get to promote to. But I tried that one too, and it's the same deal where it's just kind of like you can spend money on ad stuff and it doesn't really get anywhere. Oh, here, I just got a TikTok notification. I didn't mention that at all. So I don't use TikTok. I just re-downloaded it recently. You can potentially, you can find viral videos on TikTok. Use any TikTok downloader. There's a bunch of them. There's any of them that don't put the watermark on. Repost them up to a YouTube channel, and you can use Canva. Actually, Canva is a really good resource. You can use that for editing videos, but you can also edit pictures and things, which are good for posting ads and getting the format right. But if you do the TikTok business model, you're going to be putting in a lot of time finding viral videos, making sure that you're not going to violate copyright laws, which basically means muting the sound and putting on say a license-free music track from Pixabay, for example. But again, that is a little bit on the gray area. Like I don't know if I'd recommend that, because say you get pinged and then your account gets canceled, then well, away that goes. Another potential business thing you can do, Google Maps. I have Google Maps just by itself. Business-wise, or is you can add a pin for businesses that aren't already don't really have, let's just do a quick shopping thing. We'll just show a bunch of businesses. So yeah, you can see there's like all kinds of stuff that come up. But what you would be looking for is some sort of trade business. Like plumbing is a huge example you'll see on these videos. But you add a pin of your own and say, call it Tyler's Plumbing Consultants or something. They actually kind of go so far as to have you look like you're ostensibly a plumber yourself, which I don't like that. That seems dishonest. But you could be a referral. So you wouldn't want to use your phone number. So going down into my communication section, I've got Google Voice pinned here. Google Voice is cool for getting a phone number that's not yours, but that'll forward to yours. And it's free. So like the other day I set up one that's in a adjacent town here. It's an Iowa, if it loads. It's an Iowa phone number. So it's up here. So I have that where I can use that phone number instead of my own and filter out if you're doing different things. And then also in the settings, I'll just quick show this. But you can go and we're somewhere in here. It has, here we go. So call forwarding, you have it set to, well, in my case, I do it to my own phone. And then, actually don't know where this is offhand, but somewhere in here, there's a setting to where you can change what it looks like. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So this one here, show my Google Voice number instead of the caller ID. That way you'll know that it's coming through this and it's not just some spam call. I don't know about you, but I get a ton of spam calls. So yeah, that's good to kind of filter all that stuff out. And then, yeah, potentially what you do is you refer the customers to the service provider once or twice for free. And if it's valuable to the service provider, then you can set up a business relationship where you bill them, monthly or biweekly or whatever you want to do. You could just send an invoice through PayPal. It's real easy. I'm sure everybody knows about PayPal. And that will allow you to potentially get some business from these people and help them out too, because you're helping customers find the resources they need. You're helping the business to get clients and all that. So it's a win-win. And if you can make a little scratch on the side off it, then all the better. This section isn't directly related to any of this, but it's a huge help on everything. This is my AI section. So Google Bard, that's relatively new. ChatGPT has been around for a couple of years now. And then this Dolly is ChatGPT's picture creation. And there's lots of other things that you can do to make pictures with AI too, but that one I just have because it's related. And Bard is pretty impressive. I've only been using it for about a week. But the great thing about Bard is that unlike ChatGPT, you can look up contemporary, like current events kind of stuff, or do, oh, I accidentally deleted the thing. Didn't want to do that. But anyway, so huge help, especially if you get into something like huge one, crypto again. It's like a lot of people have heard about it, but it's a rabbit hole. If you want to go down the crypto rabbit hole, I highly recommend bringing a friend along, which is one of these two. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I wanted to show. There's some other little things that I could go into more depth with and whatnot. If you want to see any of that, or if you have questions about things, like here's one. So I have a web store that I built, and this is a long story, but I started this about 3 years ago through Shopify, but I launched it right when the pandemic hit and nothing was shipping, and all my products shipped from China. So that was bad. So I took it down. This year I rebuilt it, but I did it through a company called PrestaShop, which is free, but you have to do all of the tech work yourself. So if you're so inclined, you can do that. Personally, I still even had to get a lot of help with that. And I've been doing tech stuff forever. But it is a cool thing. So I have an entity on the web now, and I could potentially sell these things, or what I think is more realistic, what I'll be doing is in the listings here, like, so I'll go to the first one here. This is just a high-powered laser, which, as anyone who knows me knows that I love lasers. I used to build them, but nowadays you can get one for, like these I'm selling for like $100. But I think I spent twice that building my first one out of a Blu-ray diode and some circuits I got online. And the ones they make now, like this one's USB rechargeable, whereas mine wasn't at all. And a lot of this stuff, anyway, the point being is down where it shows all the description and product details, I'll put in a link here. I've got an Amazon Associates account, which is their affiliate program. You do have to apply for it. You have to have some sort of significant content in order to get approved. So not everyone's going to get approved for that. But if hypothetically you do, you can, and this is my plan, put in links where whoever's looking at it can look at it on Amazon. As long as it's on Amazon. Certain things I have aren't. Like here I have a flamethrower. I don't think you can be able to get those on Amazon. But it's just kind of a cool thing, especially for this section that I have, which is just for crazy stuff. And like this one, Flipper Zero, you definitely can't get these on Amazon anymore, as far as I know. They're a little bit shady. They're cool for, you can hack electronic locks and do all kinds of cool stuff. But then there's things that you can, like this. I use one of these Baofeng radios myself, not this particular model. This is the up-to-date model. Mine's a couple years old, but they're great for, you can get weather off of NOAA weather broadcast. I'm kind of digressing here on the point of the video, but a lot of this stuff you can't get on Amazon. Anything, though, that you can, like here's another one, the Raspberry Pi. I love my Raspberry Pi. It's a pocket-sized computer. It's totally invaluable for having to do anything online. If you don't have, especially if you don't have Kiwi browser, you can do, just like a normal operating system. Then there's other things. I guess this I'll mention too, because it's kind of related. If you do want to use a Raspberry Pi with your phone, this one, so FAMS, that's an obscure thing. Familiars. It's from a book called Psychohistorical Crisis. It's from the Foundation series. What it is the things that will help you. Like you don't have to use your brain all the time. But what I do with my Raspberry Pi is I remote to it through VNC Viewer. That way I don't have to hook up an external screen. And it just saves a lot of time and extra hardware and things. But yeah, again, I'm kind of getting off the point of the video. But that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. Another thing I'll quick go over to. This has to do with that Earn app. This kind of shows you all the different things that you can do. A lot of these they're not quite as cool as they say as far as what points you'll get. But this shows you the stuff that you can do. It actually doesn't list the music option, which is what I use most. But yeah, so I've accumulated 14,500 points over, I'll say about a month of doing little tasks and stuff. And that, like, it's not even $10 worth yet. You have to get up to just under 40,000 points to cash out a $10 amount to PayPal. So and that one, again, semi-passive, but not completely passive like some of these other ones. But yeah, so let's see, the videos are already running over about 23 minutes, so I think that pretty much covers it. And again, if you want me to go into detail about anything that I've kind of brushed over here, then yeah, just let me know. You can comment if you want, or just hit me up if you know me personally, and I'll, especially with the making the website thing, the instruction list I have for that is incredibly long, and you might want some guidance before just jumping in with both feet in that one. And things that I've learned along the way, like road bumps that I've had to overcome working with that company. Because it's great that it's free, but a free company doesn't give you the greatest tech support, as I'm sure you can imagine. So yeah, I'll cut it short there. Hope this has been informative and helpful for folks, and we'll see you on the next one.